You guys want to know what's awesome? When the mailman shows up on a Saturday. I love that. That's probably what I love about Amazon the most. And something else that's awesome is when people send me stuff for free. And that's precisely what Aukey did today. They sent me their 2-in-1 wide angle / macro lens combo that is a clip-on lens for your smartphone. And it just so happens I've got my iPhone SE. I've got 2 iPhone SEs so that I can do a side-by-side comparison for you guys and show you what the Aukey 2-in-1 lens is all about. So we're gonna do a quick unboxing here, and when I mean unboxing, we're just gonna rip it apart and pull the stuff out of it and put it on my camera, because this is a non-technical review or test, because if you want technical, just read the side of the box. Well, not this box, there's no information on it. But what we're mostly interested in is how this thing looks, how it works, what it's all about in the real world, and that's what I'm going to try to give you a demo of today. So right out of the box, this thing is hefty, it's made of metal, and it looks really awesome. It's got your lens cap covers. Lens cap covers. Check that out. Check that out. So this is the wide angle setup, and in order to do the macro setup, you just unscrew it like this. That's your macro lens, and together they make your wide angle lens. So macro together wide angle. So now the big question is, what does it look like? How does it work? What's the perspective like? Is it something I'm even going to use? Well, let's test it out. So you've got your little clip here. It's a little plastic clip that you screw the lens onto. So get your lens screwed onto the clip. And the beauty about this is you don't need any special mounting kit or a case for your phone. You can clip it on your front camera, you can clip it on your back camera, you can clip it on your friend's phone, you can clip it on your enemy's phone. You can do whatever you want. It's really simple, quick and easy. Just clamp it to the camera and away you go. So that's why we have the iPhones here. So the tricky part about the iPhone SE in particular is the camera's right on the corner. So it's not the most ideal situation for this clippy clampy thing, but I think it'll work. So then you can just eyeball it from the front there to see if your camera's centered in there, and that way you know you've got it mounted correctly. So that's it. That's it on this camera. That's the wide angle portion of this setup. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to run both camera phones side by side, one with the Aukey 2-in-1 lens, one without, and you guys can get an idea of what the perspective is. Okay, so we've got both cameras going here. The one on the left is the Aukey wide angle lens, and the one on the right is without. So now you can get a good idea of a comparison side by side with the two cameras. We're going to go check out my messy house here. So yeah, you can definitely see the wide angle. Here we go. This is where it all matters when you're doing your bathroom mirror selfies, right? So you can see right away you can capture quite a lot more. So when you want to stick your butt on the counter and do those butt shots, or if you want to do your duck face shots, it's definitely going to get everything you want in there. I don't know. I'm just checking this out right now, and the image quality looks good. I can tell right away there's a little bit of less light hitting the sensor of the one that has the Aukey mounted on it. But let's flip this rig around. Let's make sure that's centered there. So this is basically me. So this is selfie-ish mode. You can get an idea of what it looks like doing your selfies and stuff like this. So this is landscape orientation selfie. Again, the wide angle version is the Aukey. What do you guys think? I don't really know until I get this on the computer what the image quality is going to be like, but we're going to check it out. Okay, let's put some cool shades on. We're going to do selfie mode and portrait orientation and compare the two side by side basically, so you guys can get an idea of how it's going to look when you're doing your stories on Instagram and stuff like that. And that's another thing. This Aukey lens system is going to be awesome for me because I do live feeds. I do live feeds on YouTube. I do live feeds on Instagram. And it's going to give me a lot wider perspective. I'm going to be able to show off a lot more when I'm doing behind the scenes for my photo shoots and all that jazz. I mean, here's the comparison, guys. This is just portrait orientation. I mean, we can orient it like this and cruise around the house, and you can just see so much more. Oh, I don't need to go in the bathroom. I'm doing selfie mode. So right away I can tell that this is amazing, and I'm definitely going to be putting this to work, to use, and all that jazz in my camera kit. But like I said, it looks like you're losing like a half stop of light, which is normal when you throw extra stuff in front of your sensor like that. But the wide angle perspective is awesome. And you know what? The distortion isn't too bad, and I don't hate distortion too much. There you go. You can see some barrel distortion in the walls there. That's normal with wide angle lenses as you start to get to that fisheye look. Doesn't bother me. I like the perspective. You can correct it in post if you really hate it. I think that getting more to look at in your frame is just going to be awesome. It's going to be a wicked benefit for a ton of people. So that's sort of a side-by-side comparison using these iPhone SEs. This is going to look hella better on the new smartphones that are out there that have amazing cameras and all that jazz. And like I said, the camera's right on the corner of the iPhone SE, and this is still sticking. I mean, I have it on the front-facing camera right now, so it's a little bit better. But let's switch back to the 12 megapixel camera on the back side of the iPhone SE here. So here we are with a wide angle lens attached now. What I found is if you just hold it by the lens, it works really well. It feels a lot sturdier, and you don't have to worry about it ripping off. You can sort of hold it like this and get everything stabilized and stuff. Oh, I think I hit something on my screen. I don't know what I did, guys. All right, so that is sort of the wide angle perspective on the Aukey 2-in-1 lens system. Let's check out the macro function of this lens. Okay, so for macro, I'm just gonna unclamp it here. For macro, it's really simple. You just unscrew the wide angle part, set that aside, and then you've just got your macro dealio here, and now you just clamp it on your camera the same way. So what I'm gonna try to do here for you guys is I'm gonna try to get as close as I can without the macro attachment on the iPhone SE, take a photo, and then I'm gonna put the macro lens on and take a photo and just show you side-by-side comparisons of how the macro performs. It's kind of a novelty thing that I'm not going to use a lot. The wide angle I'm going to be using all the time. It's super awesome, and it's not a gimmicky lens. It's not a low quality lens. This is like a beefy lens. It's got some weight to it. It's awesome. Big thanks to Aukey for sending me that, and I'm really impressed. I would definitely buy one of these, and I'm going to throw a link down below for you guys to buy one too. I highly recommend it. So, Okay, so the one on the left is the Aukey macro lens attachment, and clearly it is incredibly better than trying to take a close-up photo with just the stock camera setup. I couldn't believe it. So it's not just a gimmicky novelty lens. It's you know, I'm not going to be doing a lot of macro stuff, but if you ever need to, this is going to blow the doors off of not having it. So clearly, the Aukey 2-in-1 lens is awesome. I keep saying it's awesome because it is, and I highly recommend you grab one for your kit, and you'll probably end up using it. If you love taking selfies, you're gonna love it. If you love doing live videos with your phone, anything you're gonna do with your phone's camera, you're gonna wanna put this Aukey wide-angle lens to use. I'm going to be using it all the time now, especially for my live feeds, for my behind-the-scenes videos, and for my story on Instagram. It's gonna be awesome. So give it a like, give it a subscribe, hit that bell icon, and buy one of these. They get a double thumbs up from me, and that's the truth. Stay creative, guys. Bye-bye.